the start of the Premier League back in 1992, the British transfer record has been broken 19 times, with the most recent one being Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea last season. But during the 31 years of the Premier League, there's been some absolute bargain signings and there's been some absolute stinkers. So in this video, we're going to be going through every single team's record transfer signing and give them a score out of 10. Now, because this video is going to be quite long, because of course there's 20 teams in the Premier League, I've decided to split it into two different parts. This video is going to be the first 10 teams, and the next video in the next few days is going to be the second lot of 10 teams. But starting off with Bournemouth, and we have their £30 million signing, Jefferson Lerma. Now, Lerma joined Bournemouth from Levante, where he played over 90 times, and he was pretty impressive during their time in La Liga. And for Bournemouth, he did play over 180 times, scoring 12 goals, which is pretty decent for a defensive midfielder. And during his 5 years there, he did make himself a fan favourite, and he was part of the team that got Bournemouth back to the Premier League in 2020. Now, during the 2022-23 season, he was so good that Crystal Palace came calling and took him off Bournemouth's hand, where he has already become a fan favourite again at Palace because of his performances. Lerma did help Bournemouth get back to the Premier League and did kind of stabilise them as a Premier League team. So for that reason, I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Arsenal and their signing of Declan Rice from West Ham for 115 million. Declan Rice, of course, played over 200 games for his boyhood club, West Ham, and he did actually even captain the team towards the last few years of his time there. Rice was also captain for the Conference League victory that West Ham won, of course, and he was also a regular England player while he was at West Ham. This, of course, led to his 115 million, most expensive ever British player, by the way, signing to Arsenal, where last season he just missed out on the Premier League, finishing in second, and of course he did just lose in the Euro final with England. However, he was really impressive last season, and I'm sure that we're only going to get more and more impressive performances. So for that reason, I'm going to go 9 out of 10. On to Aston Villa, and we have their signing from literally just a few days ago for 59 million. Amadou Onana. Onana joins Villa from Everton, where he played over 70 games and scored 4 times. He did only play 2 seasons for Everton. However, he was very impressive when he was playing. You know, his big natural build was good at the back of the pitch and the top of the pitch, and he was also pretty solid for Belgium when he played. He has only just signed for Villa, of course, so I can't talk too much about it, but it'll be interesting to see how he does with Villa, of course, this season, trying to push on and get even maybe top 2 this year or top 3 this year, and of course they are in the Champions League as well. But like I said, we haven't seen anything from him yet, but I'm going to go with 6 out of 10. On to Bournemouth now, and we have another new signing of Igor Thiago, I probably said that name wrong, for 33 million from Club Brugge. Although he only played 1 season for Club Brugge, he did manage to score 29 goals, including a run of 18 goals in 12 games, and then going on a run of scoring in 8 straight games. This led to Bournemouth breaking their transfer record to sign him, and he is only 23, so it'll be exciting to see how he does in the Premier League. For this one, I'm going to go 6 out of 10. Moving on to Brighton now, and we have another recent signing of Yankuba Minter from Newcastle for 35 million. Now, Minter only signed for Newcastle at the start of last season, but didn't actually play a game for him because he was loaned out straight away to Feyenoord. He played 37 times for Feyenoord last season, scoring 11 goals, including a Champions League goal against Celtic. He's also played 7 times for Gambia, scoring 3 goals. And we kind of know that Brighton nowadays are good at signing young players. They sell them for like hundreds of millions maybe. So this is going to be an interesting one to see how he does when he actually gets to play in the Premier League. But for now, I'm going to go 7 out of 10. On to Chelsea now, and we have another signing of over 100 million with Enzo Fernandez from Benfica for 120 million. Enzo was impressive during his first season at Benfica, but the main reason Chelsea signed him was because of his performances during the 2022 World Cup that he won with Argentina. Enzo gave a bunch of strong performances on the way to the final and also picked up the Young Player of the Tournament award. And although he didn't have a good season last season at Chelsea, I don't think anybody really did apart from Cole Palmer. However, he was part of the Copa America 2024 team that literally just won, meaning Argentina's won now back-to-back international trophies. So hopefully, with a new manager and stuff at Chelsea, he can step it up a bit, but for now, I'm going 6 out of 10. Crystal Palace now, and we have Christian Benteke for 31 million from Liverpool. Now, after Benteke's impressive 3 seasons at Aston Villa, he moved to Liverpool, but he only just spent 1 season there. He wasn't as impressive as everyone thought he was going to be, and he only scored 9 goals in 29 games. and he did find himself on the bench a lot due to Jurgen Klopp's play style, so it's not really his fault. But anyway, he decided a move to Palace was best, and he scored 15 goals that season, finishing as Palace's top goal scorer, including 2 goals in a 2-1 win at Anfield, to just say, you know what, your mistake. However, the next few seasons were definitely ones to forget, as he was struggling with injury big time. He only managed to score 3 times in 17-18, once in 18-19, and twice in 19-20. His 20-21 season was a little bit better, where he scored 10 goals, leading to a 1-year extension that he took. But it was back to bad form for Benteke, as he only scored 4 goals that season before leaving the club and moving to America, where, to be fair, he is doing pretty decent now for DC United. However, I don't think he did it as good as everyone kind of expecting him to do, so I'm going to go 5 out of 10. Moving on to Everton, and their record signing is £49 million, Gylfi Sigurdsson from Swansea. Sigurdsson was definitely a fan favourite at Swansea and helped keep them in the Premier League between 16-17. And then, of course, Everton came knocking. Now, Sigurdsson played over 150 times for Everton, scoring 31 goals, including a penalty at Anfield, to get Everton's first win at Anfield since 1999. However, later that year, he was arrested for child sexual offences and released in 2023 without charge. He's now seemed to just completely go off the face of the earth, so for that reason, I'm going to give him a 0 out of 10. Fulham are next with their signing of Jean-Michel Seri for 30 million from Nice. After impressing at Nice, Seri played 34 times for Fulham in his first season, scoring 1 goal, but to be fair, that 1 goal was the August goal in the month, so give him a little bit of credit. However, he did spend the next 2 seasons out on loan at Galatasaray and Bordeaux before joining Fulham again in 21 and 22. He did play 34 times again for Fulham that season and did help them get back to the Premier League, but I think he was a bit of a flop and wasn't as good as, he definitely didn't deserve the 30 million price tag, so for that reason I'm going to go 5 out of 10. Moving on to Premier League new boys Ipswich, and their record signing is Omari Hutchinson from Chelsea for 23.5 million. Now, of course, he was on loan at Ipswich last season, and he was a massive part of their promotion winning side, scoring 10 goals in 44 games on their way back to the Premier League. He did also get February Player of the Month, scoring 3 goals all in injury time and getting 2 assists. He's definitely a fan favourite though, and it'll be interesting to see how he does and how Ipswich do in the Premier League and see if they can stay up. He's been a great player for them though, and he is still only young, so for that reason I'm going to go 8 out of 10. So guys, that is the first 10 Premier League teams done. Like I said, the next part will be out in a few days, so make sure you stick around and keep an eye out for that. And this is just the start of all the Premier League content that's going to be coming out soon, so make sure you check the link in the description for the Premier League playlist to make sure you don't miss any videos. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please do subscribe to the channel and hitting that like button. I've set myself a goal of 110 subscribers before October the 22nd, which is my birthday, so please, let's make sure we can try and get that. But guys, again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch all my videos. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. But make sure you guys stick around, and I promise you won't regret it.